What's going on, everybody? I'm Osminius.
I'm Supreme King Zach.
And
we got a new person.
I'm ZeldaPro.
Yeah, look, ZeldaPro's
I mean,
here.
this isn't my first podcast, but it's my first Pokemon podcast.
So we actually got him. We just really luckily worked out this way that we're about to do the Kalos one for you guys this week. And this is the one he knows the best, actually. He was visiting from Georgia, and
Woo, Georgia.
it all just worked out because this is the one we're talking about.
Yep, and this is
So,
the first one he played.
episode 6. 6? Yes.
6?
Pokemon Purple Podcast Region Review Kalos.
Kalos.
Alright, so first off, let's start with the Pokemon.
Okay.
They're okay.
They're okay?
I feel like that. I just
Are
feel
there any
okay
that
across.
stand out to you?
No.
Really? I think that's a false statement right off the bat.
Is that the one with Rowlet? No, that's 7.
No,
Nope.
that's 5. 5 has Rowlet.
Rowlet
Why
is
does not have
7.
Rowlet and Braviary?
Rufflet. Rowlet
That's
is
Rufflet.
the owl.
Oh my gosh, I'm stupid.
Wow, you are the
I
big
am
dumb.
so dumb.
I like Finnegan.
I mean, I like the
Oh,
starters.
Greninja.
Okay, so so Greninja stood out, Talonflame stood out, Tyrantrum
I don't like
and
Talonflame.
Tyron stood out.
The fossils are cool.
The fossils are great.
The fossils are cool, especially, gosh, Auroras.
Aurora's is cool. I used Aurora's on my team. I loved Aurora's.
Here's the thing. I don't know how much I can contribute to which Pokemon stood out because the thing is, I don't know that whole lot about Pokemon, so I don't know which ones were exclusive to that region.
Well, the ones
or what the new ones were, because there were some.
If you had them on your
ones.
team,
Most of them.
Most of
That
them
game had a
probably.
lot of main region Pokemon that you'd run into.
So what
and
was
like
your
one
team
actually
like?
that does stand out to me. I do remember. I really liked Phantom when the game came out.
yeah, Phantom and Trevenant.
For some reason,
were
I don't
actually
like
really
Trevenant.
cool. What?
It's gross. It's just a nasty tree with lots of mouths.
I thought Trevenant was cool.
Yeah.
But
I think
I
Trevenant
like
was cool.
Phantom because he's cute and he's just a little.
I like Trevenant.
But also the lore behind it is just really cool. It's
it's
sad,
sad.
but it's really cool.
Oh, when a child dies.
Oh,
of
I
course.
liked Pumpkaboo and
Gorgeist?
Gorgeist.
They're okay.
They're okay.
I like the
Phantom.
size thing. That's pretty
The
neat.
size thing is cool. I think that's pretty neat because they're the only ones that do that. That have the size comparison.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. What did you have on your team, Timothy?
Gosh, I don't know. It's been since sophomore year of high school.
Oh, that's a long time ago.
And he had an Archeops. Same as
Oh my
Flappy.
gosh, yes I did, and his name was Flappy.
That
It
was
got Wonder traded to me.
that wasn't for this.
Yeah, that wasn't from
but-
Generation 5. That was from Generation 5, but it's still. I just remember he had that on his side. He had
R.I.P.
just a
Flappy.
really stupid looking team. I think there's a Quagsire on it.
Was Quagsire?
Generation 2.
Gosh, see, that tells you how much I don't know.
Yeah,
about Pokemon.
yeah.
But you can talk about like the legendaries and the evil team. So how do you
Okay,
feel about the legendaries? first of
Xerneas
all?
sucks. Yveltal is the coolest freaking
He's
thing
right,
I
ever.
think that's false.
He's right,
I don't
though.
think Xerneas.
Xerneas
sucks.
is neat, but I don't really like it.
I liked it.
It's
I
didn't care
an
for
interesting
Xerneas.
idea. Oh, Klefki's from Generation 6.
Frick Klefki.
Yeah, Frick Klefki. I played online once and I had to battle someone with a full team of Klefkis, and it was the worst thing I think I've ever done to
I'm so sorry
myself.
for you. I'm so sorry. That sounds like a nightmare. Yeah, I like Yveltal, but I don't know why people hate on Xerneas because it's actually not that bad.
And then
It's
Zygarde
actually
had absolutely no point in his own region.
Oh.
That's
I
depressing.
feel bad about Zygarde because he had
Wasted.
potential and he's gone.
Because it was so cool. Whenever I first played the game,
I just ran into this giant snake. I was
into
like,
this giant
"What is this
snake.
thing?
And
What
I
is
was like,
That
Is
was
this
the first
important?
time I ever felt fear in Pokemon.
No, to be honest, I was scared.
Right? Because you're like, what the heck is this?
I
Where
was-
did it come from? Where am I?
Because nothing is said about it. You just explore Terminus Cave, find it, and you're just like,
Oh, that's a giant snake.
And then you catch it, and that's
Yeah,
it.
that's it. No one ever says a word about it.
It's like, oh.
It's like the weirdest thing.
But then you guys perfect form.
Oh,
Dark
Mewtwo's
Form,
in
and
that
that's
game too, and hiding in a cave.
cool. Okay,
That part was cool.
I guess
Mewtwo was on my team. I
Mewtwo
buffed
was
my
on his
Mewtwo
team.
like
That's
And a
crazy.
Snorlax. He
That's
had a
going
huge
to go ahead and
Snorlax.
move me to the next point, which is the mechanics of the game, Mega Evolution.
Yes, I love
I
Mega Evolution.
Love Mega
I liked the idea for the first generation. I'm kind of over this stuff now because it started like Mega Evolution was awesome when it came out, and then Z moves, which is we'll talk about it in the next one, but they were like and then we're getting Dynamaxing, which is just giant Pokemon, and I'm just like I don't know. Mega Evolution was the most innovative
Yes.
out of all
So
of them,
I'm
and I
gonna go
miss
ahead
it.
and kind of go into the 7 and 8 kind of topics here.
Yeah.
I did not like Z moves. I thought they were
Garbo?
Garbo, yeah, and just kind of there for.
Well, they're busted. Some of them are just
Okay.
like absolutely busted. Like you're just like in the middle of a battle and then just use this one Z move, wreck something, and like that's it.
Yeah, And I just thought it was kind of a new gimmick to be a new gimmick. Same with Dynamax. Well, Dynamaxing is there to replace both Mega Evolution and Z.
We also haven't played that one yet, so we can't judge it too hard.
I
Yet.
know, but I'm just saying.
But just based on what we've seen
as a
so
concept,
far,
I'd rather have Mega Evolution
because Mega Evolution is just cooler.
because it's just, for one, it's just cooler.
Well, I
also love the designs of the Pokemon.
Lucario's Mega Evolution is so cool.
I mean, it's just
Charizard X, gosh, I love Charizard X.
Mewtwo Y is my favorite Pokemon.
That's crazy.
He loves Mewtwo Y.
I
That thing
love
freaked
Mewtwo
me
Y.
out.
Mewtwo Y is so flipping cool, and I love it. Mewtwo's already my favorite Pokemon.
What's your favorite Mega?
My favorite? Oh gosh, dang.
Favorite Mega? Venusaur. Blastoise.
Oh, he just gets a big flower on its head. Blastoise had a pretty cool Mega, but Charizard X was the coolest of the starters.
Okay, I'm actually remembering some of my team now. The only member of my team that I'm remembering that was Gen 6 was Delphox.
Really?
Yeah, Delphox was
Mega
the
Blaziken was
Because
really cool.
I did Delphox,
Also busted.
Snorlax,
That thing with speed,
Mewtwo.
competitive ramped. That thing with speed boost. It got banned so fast.
Oh, I remember
'Cause it's
that. I didn't
so
even keep
good.
up with meta, but I do remember hearing that Mega Blaziken was banned.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I
crazy.
believe it.
Because speed boost just
That's
made
right.
it fast
I think you had one of those, and you freaking. He had it I couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
It was just so fast, and it would kick me
And
quick
it hits
every single
so
time.
Gosh dang hard. Like, duh.
Yeah.
It was so crazy. It's also really good. Also great design. Again, Mega Lucario, also a fantastic design.
Best one.
And the thing with Megas is it was given to specific Pokemon. And from a lot of the Pokemon, it made them better. Like, I know
Like
Pidgeot-
Slowbro.
Like Slowbro. Slowbro got Mega, became...
An ice cream cone.
Well, okay. I wouldn't say that it got better. Because
He got better to me.
competitive-wise, Regenerator is a really good ability that it has. So that kind of takes away from it.
I thought it was really competitive having the Mega Evolution because I remember when me and Logan would battle, it's just like when is the perfect time to use it?
Yeah, that
and
was really
which
cool. It added a
Pokemon do I
brand new
use?
thing to Pokemon
Yes,
in general.
exactly.
Yeah.
It just added something to Pokemon that it was kind of missing. But then I feel like they took it too far with like Z-moves
Z-moves
stuff
and
like that.
Dynamaxing, yeah.
And I mean, again, I don't know how Dynamaxing is going to work. It could just be like Mega Evolution, except shortened down to 3 turns.
5 turns.
It's 3. Is it 5?
I'm pretty sure it's
I thought
5.
It was 3.
And I was like, that sounds like forever.
I thought it was only 3. Anyway, it's shortened down. You have a limited number of turns with it, and it's there for balancing, I guess. The only thing is, like, I guess it's probably not going to be as strong as Mega Evolution, and I really like Mega Evolution because it gave things like Pidgeot, who's a garbage Pokemon, but when it Mega Evolves, it gets better. Not that much better, but it gets better. And it's just really nice to have Pokemon that... So, Beedrill. Beedrill sucks, but Mega Beedrill is actually kind of competitive.
Was it really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I mean, lower tiers, but it was still pretty... It was good, because, I mean, it gains a lot of stats that it needs. So it's just like... They gave Megas to Pokemon that really needed it, and some that didn't, like Blaziken. So I think it was a cool mechanic. I think they should bring it back. Scrap Dynamaxing and Z-moves.
Yeah, I have to be honest. I agree in a way, but moving on because that's gonna just devolve forever. So
That was just my rant.
we're gonna go on to the evil team for this one, which is Team Flare.
Lysander.
Lysander was one of the coolest villains ever. I just have to be honest. He's really cool
Yeah.
because he's just so calm and chill, and like you're like, this guy's probably evil, but he's so freaking cool.
Yeah, I agree. Lysander's cool. I didn't like
Team Flare in general.
Flare
Yeah.
In general, though.
They had some style though. You gotta admit.
Not really. Their hair was stupid. Their suits were kind of nice.
Well,
Their
Lysander
hair was
looks like a
stupid.
freaking lion.
Yeah.
You want to
I
call
think that was the
everyone
point,
else's
though.
hair was stupid?
Well, because I think they were going for the Pyroar style with them.
Oh yeah, Pyro.
Well, with this being my first Pokemon game, it really threw me for surprise when they announced Lysander as villain because all of a sudden the hollow thing just pops up and he's just like, "Hey, I'm the villain. I'm gonna kill everybody." And I was just like, "Whoa, wait, what?"
Right, yeah, and his plans were just absolutely absurd too.
Yeah, he
like
was
for
just gonna
Pokemon,
wipe out
it was just
everything.
like if you're playing Y, he's just like I'm gonna kill everything. And what was he gonna do
It
next?
was the same thing.
Really?
And then there was the really tall dude that lost his Pokemon.
AZ.
He was sad, and then
AZ
it comes
That
back
added a
at
really
the end.
interesting piece of lore to the story that I think
It
was.
was actually pretty
That
nice.
made me
really neat.
happy.
It's been 3,000 years.
Yeah, that guy was alive for a very long time.
Very long.
There's a lot of theories as to why, but
Probably something with
As to why.
so
as to
and Yveltal and their power with
Yeah.
the energy, and he got eternal life because magic.
Magic.
Yveltal is still one of my favorite.
Evil was super cool.
But yeah, team,
Legendaries.
it was okay.
Yeah, team play was nice.
It was.
It's crazy, like their fate though, when the entire base just
Yeah.
explodes and everybody in it dies.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people died, not all people.
And what was the professor for this? It was
Sycamore.
Sycamore.
Was
He's
actually
one of my
pretty
favorite professors ever because
Sycamore's
he's just really cool. He's a cool guy.
I was happy because he gave me a Bulbasaur. I mean, not a Bulbasaur, a Squirtle.
Oh yeah.
That's right. He gave you a Kanto Star, and that was awesome because you also got the Mega for it. And I was like,
Yeah, Squirtle was permanently on my team until it became a Blastoise. And that was permanently on my team. And so Snorlax and Mewtwo and Delphox.
his
I'm
Snorlax
trying to remember
was
what the other two were.
that Mewtwo was not on your team until the very end.
That's true, but after that, it was on my team all the time.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest team I remember.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a.
Oh, also Malva. She was the Elite Four. She was working with Team Flare. That was pretty neat. I don't know if you guys ever picked up on
Don't
that.
remember that.
She was the Holocaster girl.
I don't remember the Elite Four at all.
Yeah, I don't either.
Okay.
And I remember Diantha.
I remember.
the champion. I remember her.
Yeah.
And I remember.
I didn't like her as
I
much,
specifically.
by the way.
I don't either. She's just kind of boring.
Yeah.
I feel like
I mean,
it-
she's an actress.
and then you
that's
beat
neat,
her.
but she's just kind of.
Or when you-
Again, it being my first Pokemon game, it took me by surprise when I saw her as the champion.
Oh yeah,
And I
because
was
you
just
meet
like,
her a few times during the
"Whoa."
story.
That's actually an interesting thing to hear though, because it's like whenever I was playing through the game, I saw Lysander, I was like, okay, bad guy.
Yeah.
I saw Diantha, I was like, probably the champion.
See, but I didn't call any of that. It was my first Pokemon
Yeah,
game.
that's why.
And like that's why I feel like this generation was so magical to me because it was my first. It was the first time I was
Dude, you would have
experiencing
lost
everything.
it if you played Pokemon Black or White for the very first.
You
like,
would have
at the first game.
absolutely lost.
Probably
it.
so.
That game would have blown
Probably
your
so.
mind.
Yeah. 'Cause
That's why I have a hard time
amazing.
playing Pokemon now, though. I just feel like it's very predictable and it's very much just the
It
same
kind of
a
is.
lot.
Gotta be honest, it kind of is.
That's a different
But,
discussion.
yeah.
I don't want to take away.
But it's still a fun game that I enjoy at least.
Yeah.
But anyway, we were talking about Diantha, and I just specifically for some reason remember that she has that Aurorus on
She
her
has
team.
Aurorus. I'm pretty
And
sure
then-
she also has.
That's Tyrantrum too, I think, yeah. And I always, for some reason, I think when Diancie got announced or whatever, I for some reason just like immediately, it was like, she's got to have a connection. Her name is Diantha. This thing's name is Diancie. They have this weird looking bloom around their waist. I was like, it's got to connect somehow.
That would have been cool. I kind of wish.
And
she
it
did
did
that.
not ever.
Yeah. She also had Meg Gardevoir.
Oh, that's right.
That thing is strong. I don't remember what else she had on her team.
I don't really either.
That's
I
about
think
it.
maybe a Chandelure, I would say. Maybe. I could
I
be
don't
wrong.
think so. But the Elite Four, kind of
Completely forgettable. I don't remember anyone.
Malva was the only one I remember, and that was because she was a part of Team Flare and a Holocaster girl. I like Cybold just because I thought he was kind of cool. He's a water type dude.
Yeah, I actually remember him. As soon as you said that, I remembered him.
I still have 3 things I want to talk about, but I'm waiting to see if there's a segment for it. So
Yeah, we still have a decent amount to talk about. The other two, I know there was an Iron one, he was a knight, and then there was an old dragon lady.
I could Google it.
It doesn't matter. I don't care.
Okay.
All right, what was one of your next points?
Okay. What was the next important one? Oh, the first thing that ever freaked me out was the ghost girl. She's like in the room in the elevator, and then she's
Oh yeah!
Floats
oh my
away.
gosh! They have stories like that in like some of the most recent Pokemon games, except for I don't think there was one in any of the Sun and Moon games.
I don't remember.
I don't remember one, but I remember there were ghost girls in Pokemon in Generation 4, 5, and 6. And 4 and 5 did at least a decent job of like kind of getting the point across with some of them.
I used
And-
to look for her.
But
all
6
the
has
time.
like no explanation. It's creepy. It's freaky.
Yeah.
You see
Did
her
you
on the
know-
gosh dang train. Ugh.
Yeah, and if you go to the train station and look
There's a
behind,
note!
there's a note that says "Meet me in this room" or something.
And you
Oh.
can never find her.
Wow.
It was
Uh,
freaky.
I do remember specifically looking for because I remember playing the other ones, and they all had kind
Yeah.
of a story that went along with them, and you could kind of complete it or piece enough together to have a resolution to it. This one had nothing. You walked in that room, she's like, "You're not the one," disappears, and you're just like,
What does that mean?
Oh, and then speaking of extra story, that goes into my second point that I wanted to talk about was the extra story that like later update added where Looker,
Yes.
yeah, Looker comes in and you have to like complete tasks for him throughout Lumio City.
yeah.
Lumios is a cool city.
I thought.
Which
talking
that
about
was
cities?
that was the third thing I want to say is I
Oh, we
love
didn't talk about the
Lumios.
map at all.
No, we didn't.
Uh,
I don't like it that much. It's okay.
Yeah,
I like
me too.
Lumios. It's better than Unova to me. I like the design. of Kalos better than Unova.
I guess. Oh, also the music in the shops slaps. Not fashion. The clothing store. Go listen. I want you guys to listen to that later. Also, viewers, listen to that later because that song.
I just love all the music.
Out, but it's the best soundtrack in that entire game. Anyways,
Well,
the region itself.
It shaped like a star.
Yeah, I kind of like it because it all kind of connects back to Lumios, and I think that's kind of neat. Because it says, "Hey, this is the central point," and I think that's kind of cool. Also, Anstar City is really nice.
Oh yeah.
Also has great music.
I liked running around on roller skates.
I didn't like the
roller skates.
I loved the roller skates.
I thought it was kind of cool sometimes because it was.
And then it gets
faster than
annoying when you
running.
try to get through like grass or anything that could not roller skate through, and then
Well,
you have to
you
switch
just
to the
use the
D-pad,
D-pad.
and that was
But that sucks
worse.
using the D-pad.
You did it for every other game before that.
Because
I know,
that was
but
only
now-
a D-pad before.
Now that I was used to the control
like, you have to
stick
move
and
your
moving
hand,
my
ugh.
finger from here
It was annoying.
down.
We're lazy gamers.
Yeah, lazy gamer.
I liked the roller
just-
skates a
I
lot.
didn't
I
care too
used
much
them
for
all
it.
the time.
Oh, you have to.
Yeah.
If you use a circle pad, like, that's
If you use
it.
a circle pad, you're using them.
Yeah, I mean, I wish there was an option to turn that off, but I personally loved them, and I never would have taken them off anyway.
Oh, you could take them off. I forgot
Could
about
you?
that. Yeah.
Well, I
but
guess
it was
I
just
never
a
did that.
hassle because it was much faster than running, and I didn't want to have to run everywhere. But the points where I didn't want them, I wish I could have just been like.
I spent hours just roller skating around Lumio City.
That's crazy. I don't know how they did that.
I actually did that to hatch eggs for a while. I found out that everyone found this little trick where you could tape
Yep.
the corner
I
of
did
your
that.
C stick or your control stick, and you just woo the circle pad. There we go,
Yep.
and it would just spin around Lumios for a long time hatching eggs.
That's right.
I just liked listening to the music, and like every time I explored Lumios, I'd find a new shop that I'd never seen before.
That's true. That happened to me a lot.
Yeah. I guess.
And about the region, you guys said you didn't care for it too much, but I liked always going back to Lumio City because it's like,
we were
I'm
talking
going
about-
a new
no,
route.
It's kind of cool that
and
you
let's
can
just
connect
go
back.
back.
I think it's kind of cool how it all connected. It's just there were some places like the desert area. I thought the desert area sucked.
That was
I don't
the
even
worst
remember
part of the
that.
game. I feel like.
I almost said Moisty Myers. I don't know what to call that.
Yeah,
The
it's
swamp
gone. It's
area?
gone now.
Yeah, it's gone. Rip Moisty.
Rip.
But the swamp area,
Yeah.
I didn't like that part. I thought that one kind of
The
sucked.
only place I didn't like was the desert area.
Those were the two places I did not enjoy too much. Because the wind sucked, and you had to fight against the wind in the desert, and the swamp place, you got stuck in the mud, and that was just like, ugh. And just
Yeah,
not
I just
fan
don't
of
remember that stuff.
either of those. What else was it? Rival. How'd you feel about the Rival?
I don't even remember the rival.
There were like 5 of them.
I don't remember it. Oh, Shauna.
Shauna, Tierno, Trevor, and
Yeah.
Serena.
Not a single. Oh, yeah. Serena was kind of a rival.
She was the only actual rival.
Yeah.
Shauna was annoying.
Was it not someone else?
Shauna was into you.
Yeah.
No matter what.
that was it.
See, I wasn't upset about it because it was my first game and I didn't realize.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's fair, but I mean I just didn't even pay attention to them because it just wasn't even that big of a deal.
Yep.
So I can't even really count.
I
them as
almost said
rivals.
Wally, but that's
No.
Alpha Sapphire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's-
Yeah, I didn't care too much for The only one I cared for was Serena because she was actually really the only one that was
Interesting.
relevant.
Yeah, interesting or relevant.
I mean,
And she's kind of cute.
You're right. Tierno was interesting, kind of, because he was all about the dance moves and wanting to find the dance. And I thought that was neat from a for a world-building perspective, that people can use Pokemon for other things besides battling
Yeah.
in a different style and use them in a different style.
Oh, and trimming your furfru and like changing your
That was
furfru
kinda
around.
neat.
Those would be cool.
I didn't care too much about it because I
Yeah,
didn't
I
care about
didn't care too
Furfro.
much either about that.
But yeah, that was neat. I agree. So, but the rival,
They're just
this.
Wasn't this the game that introduced Wonder Trading?
yeah. Yes.
And now
Yeah.
Wonder Trading's not a thing anymore,
Yeah.
which is dumb. Because
Also-
Wonder Trading was
oh,
amazing.
Wonder Trading was hilarious.
was amazing. I actually really liked Wonder
I
That's where I
traded
got
a Bidoof
Flappy.
once. Traded a Bidoof once. Guess what I got back?
Trading.
A Bidoof.
That's
It was hilarious.
I
I
got
also got.
Flappy from
Do you
Wonder
remember
Trading.
the Your Mom Snorlax?
Yeah.
I got a Your Mom Snorlax that came equipped with a burn heal.
Yeah.
nice.
There's some good
Nice.
stuff.
Yeah.
I loved Wonder
Yeah, I
Trading.
got a few legendaries off of it, some shinies.
I got a Golden Arceus level 100. I'm like, that thing's not legit.
That's not legit. My game's gonna get bugged.
It had Pokerus and everything. It
Oh,
was
nice.
all, yeah, it had a lot of things. I was like, that's not real at all. That was funny.
Legit. So I hope they bring back Wonder Trade. I don't know if they will.
Oh
but
man,
I hope they do.
it's so funny.
I hope they fix the.
Early game though, I just remember
So-
Word and Trading all the time, and every single time I'd get a Fletchling.
Really?
Fletchling.
Oh, I did a Wonder Lock, and it's a Nuzlocke. But
Yeah,
you
you
just
catch
Wonder
something
Trade
and jump,
everything. That was a lot of fun. So I hope they bring back because I would love to do something like that again.
And it was
Just
possible to do
interesting.
things like that because this isn't super like Generation 6, but it's because that's when they came out with the Pokemon Bank. So you could
Yeah.
beat the game, put everything in the bank, start your game over, and you wouldn't have to worry about losing your Pokemon. I know that he did that to get like
I did
4
that 3
Mewtwo's.
times, so I could keep getting Mewtwo.
He beat the whole
Oh
game
my
just to go
gosh.
get
Why did you do that?
He loves Mewtwo.
I love Mewtwo. I wanted my army of Snorlaxes, which I finally got my army of Snorlaxes.
Yeah.
I have 6 of them now. I was working on making, yeah.
He
I
sold
was,
everything.
yeah,
You
I
know,
was,
you could have just bred those, right? Did you do that, or did you restart the game?
I don't remember where I got all my Snorlaxes. It wasn't from
It's the
restarting
one on the
game.
route. You actually had
But the only thing I did by restarting the game was trying to get my Mewtwo,
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that you didn't just.
which I had to play through
restart
the
for that.
entire game 3 times to get 3 Mewtwo's.
Yeah, I don't know why you would do that.
That was so worth it.
No.
It's one of the shortest Pokemon games, I think, though. So it's not that hard. He'd do it in like just like 2 or 3 days. I'm pretty sure I beat the whole thing in an afternoon.
Is it that short?
It's short. It's not nearly as long as some of the previous ones.
Yeah. Huh, I didn't think it was.
Well,
that
so,
short, though.
which I don't guess I could have appreciated it that much, but this was the first like more 3D
Yeah.
Pokemon
Yeah,
game.
that was really
You
cool.
could sit on benches.
Yeah, they need to bring that mechanic back.
Please let us sit on things again. Please.
Can you not?
No, you cannot.
Why?
I don't know why.
Game Freak, what the freak is wrong with you?
Yes, I agree. What is wrong with you? Also, what did you think about the gyms? I bet you guys don't remember
Nope.
any of the gym leaders.
I do remember the gym leaders because I played through the game 3 times.
That's right, you did.
I mean, I don't actually remember the leaders themselves, but I remember some of the gyms.
Okay.
And
What'd
I
you think of
remember
them?
liking them because I remember each one was kind of unique.
Yeah. I did like the rock climbing that you did in the rock.
Oh,
gym.
is the
I thought
first
that
one the
was
bug?
neat. Yes, it is.
Okay, I actually do remember that. She's a photo camera.
Yeah.
I don't know why I just
And
said
then there's the
camera,
one right smack dab in the middle of Lumio City, and you're like
but,
on the
Eiffel
electric
Tower
pole.
looking thing with the kid who gives you quizzes.
Yeah.
Bonnie.
Yeah, Clement.
Well,
Come
Bonnie
on.
gives you quizzes, and then Clement's the leader.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was in the anime.
times.
Wow, I'm very surprised I remember these things.
Uh-huh. So.
But I think that actually covers it for our Kalos Pokemon Purple Podcast Region Review. I have to say that every
I
single
thought there
time.
was one other thing. But
Is there?
I don't know.
I'm trying to remember too because I also feel like there's something we haven't talked about.
Kalos Pokemon Purple Podcast Region Review.
That's a mouthful.
Yes, it is.
Say that 5 times fast.
Kalos,
Don't.
Purple Pocket Pikachu. Pikachu.
Pikachu! Alright, you know what? I guess we're just gonna end it there because I can't think of anything
Hey,
else
you
to say.
Pikachu, coming next week.
No. Don't
Just
send
kidding.
it
That's a
home.
joke. That's a joke.
Alright, bye guys.
All right, thank you guys for listening to us ramble and rant about our favorite Pokemon games. And let us know what your favorite Pokemon game is. We'll see you guys next week when we come to you with our final Pokemon Purple Podcast
Is it
Region
the final
Review.
one? Are we not doing one for 8?
We might.
8 is not out yet.
But
Well, it's not really a
we might
review,
do
it's
like
a
a
discussion,
we
right?
might do like a preview discussion thing.
I would like to rant.
But we
Oh, by the
we're
way,
definitely doing another one for
this is not. I'm not doing any more of these. This is the only one.
Yeah, this is
Kalos is the only
What's
region
your
I
favorite
really
region?
care about
the next one.
because I didn't play any of the
Not
other
Galar, the
ones
one before that.
except for Gen
Alola?
7.
Alola. There we go.
And I didn't
Alola.
care for Gen 7.
Oh, no,
Although
that's
I
right,
liked
click
Omega
turn it off.
Ruby and Alpha Sapphire.
All right,
That
thank
one
you
was
guys
pretty
very
good.
much. We will see you guys
But I
in the
liked
next
Kalos
video.
the most, and I think
Bye.
I had